welcome back to another episode of Figure Review. Today we have something really special. This is Miku and this came out a few years ago, 10th anniversary figure by Good Smile. It's absolutely beautiful. There's so much going on. It's gonna be quite a long video, but first we're gonna start from top to bottom. She is absolutely fantastic. I do have a few things I don't like about it, but we'll go over that further in the video. First, we'll start off just the overall look of everything so you guys can get a good idea of what we're going for and what we're gonna look at. Her outfit, the microphone stand, the big rainbow ribbon, the flowers, the colors, the paint, the shadowing, the sculpt, just everything about her we're gonna talk about. So there's gonna be a lot of information here. Don't forget to like and hit subscribe if you haven't already. First we'll go to her face. Her expression is absolutely beautiful. It's really sweet looking. And then as you can see here, we're going over all these little accessories. Now you guys may not know, and I didn't know at first either, all these little apples and like little accessories in her hair, those all represent her songs. Like the apple is from one of her hit songs, Cinderella Girl. I don't know all her songs because it's been years since I've actually listened to a Vocaloid song. So, but I know that apple represents Cinderella Girl because that's like, again, everyone knows that one. But the little mask up there, the feathers, the heart clip, the little top hat, also like the little music charm right here, the little like stop sign, I think that's what it is there, little moon clip. All of that represents some of her hit songs, which is absolutely great detailing. And it makes sense because it's celebrating her 10th anniversary when they announced this. This figure delayed a few times and it's really hard to get now. People are really selling this figure for a lot. The original price was, I believe, like over $350 at the time. And then once you paid with international shipping like I did, it was almost or a little over $400 for this figure. And honestly, with all this detailing that even just the face itself and the hair sculpt, everything is just so beautiful. I absolutely am loving all the symbolism there for her different songs. And going up, we have her music little microphone stand. Her microphone stand, and there's a big beautiful rainbow ribbon. Just add a little color detail. It is attached with 3 little pegs, so this one you have to be really careful because this ribbon is really fragile. So you have to put 3 pegs, one on the back, like in her hair there, this long plastic one as you see. Then it has to go in that little hole up there. Now this part's really tricky because if you don't put it in correctly, or if you put that little pull in the wrong way, it will not hold. And then you can see here there's another little peg there on the side of her hair strand that you attach the ribbon to. All of that, it's a really tiny hole, and I could not pick it up on camera, so I did my best there. But this little pull that I'm showing you right here, you have to make sure you put that in correctly because it will break off. I honestly thought I broke it and it scared the hell out of me, but it was totally fine. I think for just this figure review, I didn't want to have to worry about that because I'm just trying to show you guys everything. Then this little part is like a rainbow little how would I word, like keys on a piano. That's what it looks like to me. It's really pretty, and she has a little bouquet of flowers that has a vine that goes straight down as you saw earlier. This little piece here I honestly thought was off, and I thought it broke because it kind of wasn't in place. As you can tell here, you can move it, but I didn't like how it was covering the flowers, so I tried to put it above the bouquet. And again, the flower choice, the roses, the daisies, everything they put on here, just such good coloring. The paint job on them was perfection. I honestly really love the color scheme for this figure. The only few problems that you'll see me talk about will be a little bit later. They're not really huge problems to you, the viewer, but to me personally as a figure collector, there's a few things that I really don't like when it comes to figures. Next we'll go into her cuffs, to her dress. The dress is absolutely beautiful. The shading and the coloring on this is fantastic. There is a lot going on here, so I have to just break this video in different parts. As you can tell, there's a ruffling all around the sleeve because her arm is being raised up, and those tips on her cuff are transparent. It is like a light blue, a light gray, and then it goes to a black towards her elbow. So it's really cool detail there. Then if you look on the back, it's kind of like draping off to her shoulder, and the little, I don't know what you could call it, I guess I'm just gonna say cape, but it's drifting off, and it has little golden charms or detailing at the end. And then her cuffs are blue and black. You can see a little purple highlighting there to show some color, and her nails are of course colored on both hands, as you can tell there. It's kind of hard to find her hand, but yeah, it's just so much going on. A lot of blue, white, black, gray. It all looks amazing. Then the back of the dress is even like more mind-blowing because there's a giant ribbon that just wraps around her dress. And as you can tell as I spin her here, she's just so much going on. Where do I start? There's just so much. I honestly really I think my favorite part about this figure is her expression and her hair. Her hair piece is absolutely like fantastic. Okay, so we're gonna go to the corset torso and then kind of go down here to the side of her dress because this is again a big chunk of detailing here. I'm gonna move the mic so you guys can, it's not in the way. But this part here is really cool because this part, I didn't know if it was sculpted on or if maybe it was like drawn. I don't know how they did this, but the top layer of her dress, you can see the stars, and then it goes down to different types of design. So there's the stars, there's the transparent polka dots with the black ruffles, which is so pretty, and then underneath you have the black ruffles. That part where they drew the stars is just so cool. There's like 4 or 5 different layers of ruffles that kind of go around the trim of the dress, and it's just so much sculpting and shaping, and the shadows, like it looks like almost a real ruffled dress. Like it looks so, there's so much detail. Her badges, her little like blue ribbon on top. It's honestly amazing how much attention to detail this figure has. It's just, I do love black and white. Like you can't go wrong with those colors. But it's also like her hair has a lot of color than the blue, but I would have loved to see maybe a bit more color in the skirt or the dress. But then again, we have this part. We have the black skirt here, and then more ruffles underneath with the blue stripe that goes around, which does work really well too. But as you can tell here, underneath the dress, this is transparent here. All of this, you can even put your finger like this behind it, and it goes all the way around. And again, it's all shaped to wrap around the dress, which is so pretty. I don't really see that much in figures. So again, like this figure has a lot of stuff going on. She has her garters on with the black and blue stripe, or trim, I mean. Little bit of lacing detail right there on her thighs. And then the shoe goes all the way back there. So again, more with the ribbon, you can also move it. So I'd be really careful. This is what makes the figure really heavy as well. The ribbon is a huge piece, and you can move it, but be careful. You don't want to break anything. This figure needs a lot of support. This is how you hold her up, with those 2 pieces of her dress there, as well as the pole up front, which I'll get more into. Because some people, for me personally, I don't like poles. If you guys have watched my YouTube videos, whenever a figure has any type of supporting pole, I know it is necessary for some poses, but I really don't like it. So it kind of, for me, distracts me. But look at all the shading and waves and ruffles, and just there's literally so much on that one side of the dress. Like this Miku figure is amazing. But again, like it's awesome. Her foot, I kind of wish we would have saw her foot coming down, but that's just one whole boot right there. And then you could tell her here, it's a bit different. She's wearing like one single boot, a little bit of heel on that. I love the color. It's like a matte. You can see the shine reflect off of that. And then the blue and the lacing for it is really pretty too. There's ruffles around the shoe there. And then again, it's kind of like tucked in her dress. You can't really see it, but if you know Miku, her original outfit, she had those really long like thigh boots. This is that one boot. So she's wearing a regular heel boot here, then she has that really long thigh high kind of boot there, which is really cool. I like the contrast of different things. But I really kind of would like if she had both the same shoes. But again, because I really like the coloring and detail on this one. I love the lace, the coloring, and this blue, it's almost like a tealish blue, at least on camera it comes off. I really like it. Again, so this is my only pet peeve. The base, the figure is beautiful. It's fantastic. There's different colors, but we got a boring base. And you can tell with that support rod, if you take it off like that, it's really no good. But honestly, guys, this figure was fantastic. I highly recommend you purchase it. Again, it's worth a pretty penny, but I promise you it will be worth it in the end. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!